What is up, guys? Sumi here with Thoughtcast, and today I'm going to talk about leaving your man for a better man. There are a lot of women that talk to me about wanting to break up with a guy, wanting to let go of some relationship because they feel like they're not reaching their potential. They feel like they're settling. They feel like maybe this guy is not the best guy for them. And you know, in a lot of senses, like, it can be true. If a guy is not catering to you in certain ways, or maybe he's not always emotionally there for you, and he's putting you down, he's making you feel depressed, he's abusing you in a verbal or even in a physical sense, maybe causing you trauma, it's probably a good time for you to step out of that relationship, right? Logically, if your heart is telling you this guy doesn't make sense for you, then it's time for you to step away. But logically, if your heart is telling you that this guy does make sense for you, but he's just not that fun, or he's just not that interesting, or maybe you feel like you can get better, I'm going to tell you right now, like, slow down. There's a lot of guys in this world that may not be the tallest, may not be the strongest, may not be the most lit, may not have the most financial stability. But if a man loves and cares about you and he tries and he makes an effort and he's willing to do things in order to please you and make you happy, you've got to slow down right here. Because I'm going to tell you something. A lot of women come to me and they tell me that they regret the decisions they made to leave a good guy that they met when they were younger, to leave a good guy that they met when they were out here chasing pleasure and fun. First and foremost, understand this. Your relationship is not something that should be fun. Just get that out of your head right now. For a lot of you, you might be like, well, that doesn't make any sense at all. Yes, it doesn't make sense for a lot of people today because we live in a world that's surrounded by stimulation. We live in a world that's surrounded by things that are crazy to do, things that are always up and down, TV, cell phones, electronics, dating apps, everything. And a lot of people think that their relationship should be fun. Your relationship should be a source of excitement. Your relationship should provide you, as a woman, protection, security, guidance, and some level of leadership. That's what a good relationship does. And sometimes you may not see the value in a man because you're too arrogant, you're too masculine, your ego's out of control. This is where you take accountability right here. You could close this video right now, you can cut this off, you could say whatever you want to say, but some of you that are going to do that and some of you that are hurt by that really need to hear this. If you are always talking over your man, if you're always worrying about what you need to do and your feelings and you're never taking into account for him, if you're always freaking out on him for every small thing that he does, you need to take a step back and really evaluate yourself. There are a lot of men out there that will treat you terribly, that will not respect you, that will not give you attention. They'll give you love bombing. They'll give you all sorts of promises, and they will stick up to them for a certain period of time, and then they'll fall off. The men that are attracted to you because you're good looking, that you can get at a club, that you can get in a VIP section, that talk to you all crazy, that take you home and show you an amazing time, those men are typically not the ones that are going to last. If you have a guy that's loving you, that cares about you, that will do anything for you, even though he might not be the most lit, he might not be the most fun, you need to stay with this man because you'll regret the decision later. All those women that tell me they regret leaving this man, I'm like, why don't you go back to him? He's married now. He's happy with the family. Oh, he's doing a lot better. It's like a lost investment. You know, there's nothing that hurts me more as a finance guy, and there's a stock that I invested in, and I'm like, I wish I bought more because it went up like crazy. You know, every time I reflect on the year, I'm like, man, I should have bought more of this. I should have looked at more research. I should have been more aggressive with this because I could have made a lot more money. And sometimes you have to look at men as an investment. I hate to say this, but the men that are boring, the men that aren't the most lit, the men that are coachable and that love you and that care about you and that are nurturing and empathetic, those are the men that can really become dangerous if they have the right motivation. As a woman, you're a man's moral and ethical guidance. You don't necessarily need to be his motivation in a lot of senses, but you can help a man get to that next level. You can be his asset. You can be his tool. You can be someone that is his right hand. Listen, I'm going to tell you this right now. A lot of women that work with me are very powerful assets for me. There's something I learned a long time ago where if I look at a man and I see his woman disrespecting him, not listening to him, or she's got wandering eyes, I know that guy's life is a total hell zone. I know that guy does not have his stuff together. But if I see a woman submitting and caring about her man and loving him and nurturing him in front of me, I'm going to actually like do business with this guy. I'm like, this guy has his house in order. A man that has his personal life in order is going to have his business in order a lot of times. And so you can't have your business in order without your personal life in order. There's a lot of businessmen I know that have crazy homes and they're all over the place and they suck at business because of it. So when I see a man that has a high-quality woman loving him, caring him, and he may not be the most lit, he may not be the best guy out there in the marketplace and be able to offer the most, I know I can trust this man because his wife trusts him, because his woman is caring for him and because his woman is building him up. The way that you represent yourself is an extension of your man. And if you want your man to grow, you've got to be in the partnership. You've got to be locked in, and you've got to do stuff to help the partnership grow. You've got to carry your weight. Too many women wait at the finish line for a man to make it. There's a lot of other women there. Get in line. You're not the prettiest. You're not the hottest. You're not the best. Just understand that fundamentally. Just like every man is not the richest, tallest, strongest. It just is what it is. There are more attractive women out there than you that have better personalities, that really have a lot of stuff going for them, and they're going to be the first ones that will take your man. Guys, big shout out to K&D for taking the time to invest in us, to getting this podcast set up, to taking the time to believe in us, for allowing this vision to come true. We bring you all this information today because they've allowed us to have a space and the setup and the resources to really bring this to you. So big shout out to them. If you're ever in the Cleveland area, reach out to them. They have helped us out tremendously, and they can help you out tremendously in all your real estate needs. There's women that play instruments, have talents, can paint, can draw, can speak multiple languages, have traveled the world, are submissive, are kind, are respectful, come from good families, have money. There are women out there that operate like this, and they will outclass a lot of you out there. Some of you ladies need to humble yourselves when you come across these high-quality men because you're not even in the lineup. You're not even in the ranking. When I work with celebrities, I see the line of women around the women that are in the circle, around the women that they're kind of looking at, around the women that they're talking to. There's layers to this stuff. If you have a guy that's good, that's not going out here flirting with women, that's loyal. Number one, he's honest, he's loyal. He may not be the best, but he's honest and loyal. Yo, do not leave this man. It will end up causing you so much pain in the future when you get used and abused and ran through by all the guys that you think that are better than you. You're not settling. You're realizing this is a better investment long term. It's really not settling. You know, you can go and talk to these players. You can go and talk to all the playboys out there. You can go and talk to all the guys that will give you that high level of attention for a period of time. But I'll tell you, you will never be someone important in your life as much as you are to this man. When a man loves himself more than you, I mean, it can be embarrassing in a sense. I'm not here to say that men should really do this, but there's some men that will do everything for their girl, even when it hurts them. And if you're a girl that's in that position, don't throw that away. Because really, like, he's losing someone that didn't love him for who he was, but you are losing someone that's willing to lose everything. That's something that is priceless. So as I end this video, I want to take the time to thank you for listening to me, for bettering yourself today, for choosing to invest your time in me. To hear what I have to say. If you ever want to connect with me, the links are down in the description below. You can always join my community for free. It's completely free. You can ask me a question and I will get back to you. And guys, until next time, Sumi out.